All right, good evening. Welcome to the Enosburgh Selectboard meeting of the town. I'll start off with an introduction, so we'll go with Jesse.
Jesse Woods,
Position.
zoning administrator and lister.
Nick Aldrich.
Pete Letourneau, Vice Chair.
Larry Jarvis, taxpayer.
Jessica Eagles. Billy Joe Draper, Town Clerk.
So on the agenda this evening, on the March 16th, we've got changed the agenda, public comments, reorganize. Derek Wolski, our ambulance director, Shauna Lovelet, and Tom Denton on the commercial commercial review. It's a publication. Joey Clark, our road foreman, and then executive session. So we'll start off with.
Well, I don't know. I could
You wanna
probably,
add something
probably
else?
just add it in public comment, but it's just the dog issue
We can.
on Howard Road. Loose dogs.
We'll put.
She is actually gonna zoom in, I think, next meeting. The dog lady, she has tried to deal with it, but we've also told her not to go there by herself. She's
Okay.
But she's, Pierre suggested that we have her and Sandy Murphy and people like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she, when I messaged her, would you be willing? She said, absolutely.
Okay.
And the individual that we're talking about is Courtney O'Brien.
Yep.
So, all right. So first thing first is public comment. And needless to say, there's nobody here. So. Next on the agenda is the reorganization of board and certain people in the community. And the first one up is chairperson for our board. Are there any nominations?
I nominate Dean Wright.
I'll second.
Are there any other nominations?
I don't hear any.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
I
So passed. Next one is vice chair, so I have to kind of recluse myself on that. So, Larry, you wanna?
I'll open the floor for nominations for vice chair.
I nominate Pierre Letourneau.
I'll second.
Nomination been made and seconded for Pierre Letourneau. Any more nominations? Any more comments? Having none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And at this time, we'll turn it back over to the vice chair, seeing our chair's Sugarin.
Yes. Clerk on the board. As it stands right now, we've got Billy Joe Draper. Are there any nominations?
Billy Joe.
Second,
So it's been moved and seconded that Billy Joe Draper, is there anybody?
we just do the rest of the
I
whole.
was just gonna ask you that. I think we did that last
Yeah,
year.
Yeah.
we did.
That's-
Sorry, go ahead, Gary.
We're in the middle of his motion now.
Okay, so, everybody in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? So Billy Joe, you're back in again.
So we were wondering if we could do like a bulk, go through.
Wanna do it tomorrow?
If we don't have any like any.
Okay, here.
Make a motion to accept last year's appointments for 2026 for the rest of the following: tree warden, Joey Clark; emergency management chair, Pierre Letourneau; vice chair is vacant. Northwest Regional Planning Commission, Jesse Woods and James Willett; transportation advisor, Joey Clark; pound keepers, Courtney O'Brien; fence viewers, Dean Wright, Gary Draper, and Phil Robtoy; health officer, Sandy Murphy; Northwest Solid Waste is vacant; Northwest Fiber Works is vacant.
So is there a nomination?
Pete,
I'll
Oh, you did it?
second.
Okay. You heard the nomination. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I
I guess maybe those will
We'll just have to work on those vacants.
Yeah,
We should have some representation.
I'm not sure. I've never had anybody come forward for either one, but I will put a little sign out on my counter.
Yep, perfect.
You wanna go grab Garrett? Or is he not here?
I don't think he wasn't here when I
Sure
pulled in.
wasn't here. I need an extension cord anyway.
I have one in my car. I can grab for you.
They didn't bring it back.
No, I have it. No, I don't leave it up here because it grows
I thought-
legs. They might have one out here, maybe. I'll go see.
Let me know.
Yeah, thank you.
What's the TV for? Commercial?
Commercial. Shauna needs to hook it into something so you guys can view it.
Oh. The library isn't gonna make it tonight?
It's the 6th. I talked to the chair of their trustees
Yep,
and he couldn't do it until the 6th.
okay.
They might have one in that.
Yeah.
Did you get somebody coming online?
No, Shauna is coming and she's gonna hook her computer into it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Is Dean coming tonight?
No.
You got anything else you wanna chit chat about?
What's this one here?
That is informational only because we've been getting quite a few emails and people stopping by to talk about Act 181 and people wanting to repeal it. It's, they're actually having a, like, what do you call it? What are they, the gathering they're having next Tuesday at the Capitol?
Yeah, they're
It's kind of a protest against it. I mean, it affects probably, well, it would affect Larry probably because it's some of the biggest landowners, some of the smaller landowners. Anybody with any acreage, it could affect you because of the way they're changing Act 250 and the tiers that they have set up. And it's crazy what is. I didn't print the act of itself, but you should take interest, go online, look it up. There is a group on Facebook that is very organized. They're doing a good job. It's not political. It's just common sense,
Factual.
factual, but not political. They don't want any political stuff on there. Hi, Patty. Happy birthday. Happy
Looks like you could reach out to the Fairfield Selectboard members and for,
Yeah, so they wrote a letter about how they feel. And I think that you will be facing that sooner than later from the public. They're going to come. They want to know your feelings. It can be individual, it can be as a group, but it's
Oh, shit, that too.
if we don't do something, it will be enacted by the end of the year and it's not gonna be good for anybody. Hello, Michael. Never see you here.
I'm here.
Well, you're here.
Please don't come and hang out.
That's right. It's a little hot in here, but
Oh, it's not. Go to the other side. It's really hot.
I don't know why you people like to cook yourselves. It says 74. Oh. Or t-shirt.
It's set for 60.
Oh, I've had it.
It'd be interesting because they got the current use thing in here.
well, that's what they're, those are certain things that are getting cowtailed into this, I think.
Hey Garrett, if you want,
I just thought you'd find the Fairfield letter
Can you be
interesting
next up?
because it's people you know,
Yeah, I
in the
can just-
community you're
Where-
well familiar with, and what some of their views on it.
Dave
And then the last
versus always comes up
Yeah.
for Karen Dairy stuff, so I can,
Right, and then there's 2 articles from 2 different news outlets that I thought you would like to read about their thoughts on it as well.
What are we watching?
Commercial.
Yeah, just if you guys want to do that, you can go ahead.
No,
we
commercial
gotta wait
is not
for-
till 7.
Yeah,
Oh, seven.
yeah, Sean is doing it, so.
pretty active Saturday with that snowstorm, huh? Guys are going up and down the road with every equipment.
so next up is our ambulance director.
This was one.
pretty quick tonight. Alrighty, so tonight, just some quick service updates. The full-time employees we hired have officially onboarded, and they'll be starting in April. I'll be starting that schedule up here very shortly this week. I'll be putting that up. Billy has started a SRT program. That's something we're going to discuss tonight. He's looking for affiliation with the Enosburgh Ambulance Service. This program was designated to basically create a credit in a CE training platform for providers to participate in, so they can get credit hours and certifications in certain courses and stuff. So he's asked if we could be an affiliate of him for the state. And then we're also going to go over training equipment that's slowly trickling in, about possibly doing a lease agreement with that, getting your guys' permission about possibly having Ed set up a lease agreement, so training programs like Billy's, if they want to use some of our equipment, having a lease program set up, so if they are using our equipment, we can charge for the use of that equipment. And then also, I printed off the requirements to become a heart-safe community, and everything that's kind of involved with that we're working towards here. So to start, the first thing in front of you, this is the EMS Education Affiliation Agreement. So Billy started this program about a month ago. If you haven't seen his posts online, he has a Facebook platform for it. And essentially what this is a education platform that he's using, kind of mimicking what VEMSA does. It's called the Vermont EMS Academy. It's a training platform for EMS providers throughout the state to participate in, where they can get accredited CE hours. He's done a couple courses. He's basically bringing in experienced providers in different fields. So, for example, he's got a midwife nurse that's going to be teaching OB classes. With the closure of FPC centers kind of happening around us, that's a big thing that we're really pushing for our EMS providers to be educated on, because those instances are going to become more common. He's also teaching PEP courses, ACLS and PALS. He's doing a rescue task force course, and those type of things. And he's working with the state currently to get his training programs on the Vector platform. So that's the state training program that we use whenever we go in to do a class. It used to be called Central Learn, now we use Vector. And so if we need to get training hours, we go onto that online platform. And he's getting his courses onto that online platform currently. What he's looking for is to set up an affiliation agreement with us. He needs an affiliation agreement with a licensed service in order for these courses to count as CE credits, so continuing education credits. Each license level has to have a certain number of education credits in order to relicense for their personal work. And so he's asked if Enosburgh Ambulance Service, thank you, if Enosburgh Ambulance Service would be that affiliating licensed agency to do it. He set up the lease agreement. Essentially, our responsibility, what he's looking to do is when he has students in his program, if they could be working under us as students, so doing ride time with us, working with experienced providers, understanding the job, patient care, documentation. He's going to hold all the insurance liability and that stuff. We just have to hold our own regular liability that we already do. So nothing really has to change on our end with that. He's asking to see if we would be the affiliating agency for that program.
So when's he looking to start this?
He has
He's
the
already
platform
started.
up and running.
Running.
Yeah,
So there's no liability on our end.
correct. Yeah. Just currently the same thing that we're already doing now when we have students. And if this is something you want me to run by Ed first, I can do that.
Yeah, I think it should be, just get his eyes on it just to see if it should be okay, but I don't see anything odd, but
Is there anything that stands out to you guys on it? Anything in particular? Love it.
We doing the H?
Yes, yeah, I told him
Okay.
about that. This is the old
Okay.
version
All right.
that he sent me. I told him to fix the H, yeah.
I guess Ed would find it, but I think, 3 years is a long time, maybe give it a try for a year. Even if it's something that you've already been doing. 3 years is a long time.
Explain that bullet point with the student liability.
Under responsibility of Enosburgh Ambulance Service.
Yeah.
Provide supervised clinical and field internship opportunities on ambulance units, ensure students operate under the supervision, conducive professional development, allow students to participate in patient care within their level of training and certification. Which one are you looking at?
It's the bottom one right before the ambulance service.
Right.
Oh, this one right here.
Yeah.
So SRT, education and training, so their responsibilities. So basically every education system has to have their own liability for their students. So God forbid a student gets hurt while they're performing a procedure or something. He has to maintain liability insurance for that student. So if the student's in the back of the ambulance with us, they crash, knock on wood, something happens, that student would be covered under Billy's liability insurance. We still carry our own normal liability insurance with the ambulance and crew members. Billy would carry the liability for the students that are in his program.
And he would provide you with a certificate
Yes,
of
we already
insurance.
got that. Yep. Yep. What are you doing?
I think one of the questions you should ask Ed is how much do they want him to carry on behalf of Enosburgh?
The dollar figure amount. Hey. So one thing we agreed to change to a 1-year agreement.
Are you saying you changing from the 3 to 1, or we?
No, I only suggested
Oh.
it be a 1, I didn't say it.
Okay.
To a 1 year. Hi, Peanut. You're throwing everything.
Okay. Anything else on this one? Then?
Nope, that's it. So I'll send this to Ed tomorrow morning. I'll update him what this is about, and then I'll talk to Billy about changing this to a 1-year agreement. And obviously, before anything goes forward, we'll get a copy of the liability insurance to make sure we're covered and the dollar figure is sufficient enough. I know, I'm right here. You wanna come out? Any other questions with that?
I think this verse is pretty straightforward.
Okay. Item number 2. Can you say hi?
You've seen us before, you were just here a couple weeks ago. You fell
slept the
asleep, we
last
were so
I was
bored.
gonna say, she slept most of the time.
She did. She was tired for the last one.
Uh-oh. Good luck.
Hello, Addie. Hey, Addie.
Okay. This next thing. So Billy, Steve, and myself had a meeting with Jason Weatherby. Jason is the, for lack of a better term, person in charge of the special response team that they have in St. Albans. So their
This
tactical
this
team.
doesn't have to be private.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'll leave that to you guys.
Just double checking.
Yeah,
Should it be?
it doesn't have to be, but I'll leave it to you guys if you want.
I was just checking, because I didn't know,
It can be.
I'm good, let it go when you open.
Yeah. I've got nothing major groundbreaking in here.
Okay.
So we had a meeting just to discuss the makeup on the EMS side. because they are evolving a little bit more. Billy taking his full-time position with Air Methods. We had a meeting and they basically want to make sure that an experienced paramedic is with them at all times. So we're creating a call schedule that's going to go between myself, Steven, and Billy, just to make sure one of us is on call if they call us out to be with the team. That process is going to take a couple months because Steve and I have to get updated with their training platform and getting involved with the team, getting to know the team before any of that happens. In that discussion, what we were looking to do was to open this up to more members for Enosburgh Ambulance Service to be involved with. So not necessarily being the medic there with the team, but we would send an ambulance to cover their missions per se. Opening it up to more availability for people, if that's something they want to work towards. That's my pen. So with that said, one of the things that would be a requirement for them would be to attend on the next page, a rescue task force course. So this kind of gets into the EMS. This is an accredited program. Billy is licensed as an instructor to teach this course. He has this course coming up on April 11th. He's hosting it here at the station. And this is one of those courses that enables you to do certain things like this. When I first became a paramedic, I received my TCCC training, which is Tactical Combat Casualty course. It's now called TECC. This is basically an introductory into that. So for those providers, they would be there with the ambulance, not going into the residence or anything like that, but if something happens, they would be the ambulance there to provide coverage. And this is what the people that are interested would have to go through and pass in order to be involved with it. In talking with Jason, we would also do an interview panel. It's not just a thing that, hey, you sound interested in this, why don't you join? It's, you have to actually go through the steps and work towards it in order to be involved. Because this is a pretty cumbersome and rigorous thing to actually do. So we had a good conversation. Jason gave me some questions that he would like me to incorporate on the bottom of this email towards what we would do with that interview process. My supervisor and I are meeting as to how we're going to do this. We've got a few housekeeping things to take care of before we start this. So this isn't something that's happening like tomorrow. This would be the next couple months we would be working into this. So with that said, I have had this asked to me multiple times, is this something that Enosburgh Ambulance Service for Enosburgh employees, would we be willing to cover the cost of this for those employees that are interested? The cost of this is $150 per person. If we do at least four members involved in this, they're reducing the price to $100 per member. So instead of $150 per member. I do have it in my budget on the training side to cover this expense, but this is something I want to go with you guys to see if this is something we would be willing to offer.
If you got more than 4, what was the price?
So if you have 4 or more, it's $100 per person.
Okay.
And we've got 4 that would be interested.
Yes, I got more than 4. But the 4 is the minimum in order to get the $100 per person rate.
What do you think the maximum amount?
What personnel would be?
Right, like you have more than 4, but
So
like, do you have 8? Do you have 9? 10?
8 realistically. I mean, I would say honestly cap at $1,000 total, but
But the thing is that on something like this, is this for other communities, other services?
it's open to anybody that wants to sign up. But this would just be us covering Enosburgh employees.
Enosburgh.
Right, but the
I
thing
think
is
you
that
meant
what-
the service
but-
that it serves, if that makes any sense. Like, if you do this and you get on this team, of this task force team, who does the task force serve? Is that what you're asking?
Well, no, it's more in,
I guess I didn't.
say we
know.
got some from Cisco, some we got some from Amcare. So we've already filled 8 slots. There's only 2 left.
Right. Yeah, it would just be those 2 that have the open spots. Whomever
Well,
that
you
is.
would put it out
So-
to ours first, you mean, like,
Yeah, so we're not, Enosburgh Ambulance Service is not physically doing this course, it's Billy's Academy that's doing this course.
Right.
He's inviting us to it.
Oh,
The reason
okay.
I'm pushing it is for those that want to join, to participate as a rescue task
So
force.
it's not even in Enosburgh.
Correct.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
correct.
So probably first come, first serve, whoever
Basically.
signs up.
Yeah,
But
Okay.
if you get at least 4,
Right.
it's good savings there.
right. Exactly.
See what the town can pick that up.
Yeah. And the task force that we talked about with Jason, that is just Enosburgh personnel. That's not other services. That's just us. Yeah.
Just looking at you.
She wants a drink.
Need a
wants to
motion
make
on that? Make sure
Yes,
though.
please.
It's just a one-day training? Wow.
Make a motion to allow the Enosburgh to pick up the tab for the rescue task force training
I'll second.
for $150 a person. If there's more than 4, it'll be $100 a person.
I'll second.
So it's been moved and seconded that we allocate this money for this project,
Do we want to do a capped amount?
and as in numbers.
Like, I think you think like a dollar amount. Is that
So-
thousand, like 1,000 or something?
Well, if there's only 10 slots available,
Yeah.
we're gonna get more than 10,
Yep.
so 1,000. Anyways, yeah.
Cap at 1,000.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Motion been passed.
Motion passed. All right.
The other class he's offering is the PEP course. This one I'm not as big of a push on. He did ask if Enosburgh wanted to sponsor or pay for employees to take this course. This one, it's a good course, don't get me wrong. This is all pediatric emergencies. There's PALS, and then this is pediatric emergency pre-hospital care. It is a very good course. It basically trains you in care of very sick children, all the way from infant to adolescents. No, don't play with that. This one, just with budget purposes, I'm not as big of a proponent about covering this one. It is good information to know for all providers, but I'll leave it to you guys if this is something we want to cover.
Now, is this one open to the public, or is it
Same thing, open to the public. Well, open to EMS providers.
to EMS providers?
Yeah. Yeah. I know, you just want to play with cords.
Are some of those things that you could cover like in your training? Do you have like training sessions?
No, because this program, no. This one's a little more intuitive. You have to do,
More in depth?
yeah, you have to do 3 days of online practicum, and then you go in and do your in-house hands-on stuff. It's kind of an all-day event for the in-house hands-on thing. It's not just a 2-hour meet at night type of deal. I know, you want to play with all this stuff.
Do you have any member interest right now?
There's 2 that I know of from Enosburgh that have signed up for it. I don't know of any others. Okay, I know you want to play with all this stuff. It does put me a little close on the training budget. So for this year, we did 5,000 on the training budget. Currently, we're at 2 right now. With that course, that'll put us at 3.
Seems like a really good course though.
It is. It's, yeah.
Could split it.
Could split it with them. Want to do that? They pay half, we pay half?
Yeah, that's an option. Yeah.
And that way they've got a little bit of skin in the game.
And I think this is the same thing. It's, if you get 4 providers to sign up, the price reduces to 100.
You want to go for half? Got a motion?
I was gonna say, go ahead and pay for the whole thing. You're talking 4.
Well, we won't know on that one, so.
Do you think that your budget, like, do you anticipate more
On the
training?
training side, no. I'm not making any other equipment purchases.
So it's in the budget.
Okay. Her infatuation is cords.
Just teasing.
Autograph it down to here, child. There you go.
I mean, I was gonna say if there's no like, huge things coming up, then I'm fine with doing the.
We purchased the mannequins. Those are slowly trickling in for the BLS CPR course that Jameson's going to be doing. The last portion he has is the ACLS PALS side of things, which is books. But there shouldn't be any additional mannequins or anything like that incorporated. We already have that equipment. Sorry, I took your cords away.
So 600.
I'll take a motion.
I'm gonna make a motion to approve the cost for up to 4. You thinking 4 people max, maybe? Or do you have a interest for more than
My gut is that more will sign up for this one than the other one.
Oh, more for this one?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Is there any more discussion first, though?
Is there any more?
You get it with some motion.
I haven't made it yet.
She's,
Okay.
I'm reaching out to see if there's anybody else that has any.
And you said you're gonna be thin on your budget for training, but
Yeah.
probably
But
not a
there's really
lot.
nothing else.
Yeah, you're at the
Purpose
beginning
for training this year.
quarter of the year, so.
Yeah.
Can I make the same motion as the last course? I don't know, how was that written, Billy Joe?
Larry's gonna pick up the tab for, up to $1,000.
I'll make that motion for this course.
is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, so you've heard the motion on the hybrid PEPP course. $1,000 to help subsidize this. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Looks like it moved.
The next thing, this is a standard operating procedure policy that I'm looking to revise. So our controlled substance, this is a controlled substance accountability and audit policy. So we already have one of these in place because we obviously have narcotics on the ambulances. We have to have a controlled substance policy. What I'm looking to change is more or less update this policy. So with this, in a nutshell, it just holds more accountability. So God forbid we ever get audited or anything like that. It just has another layer of paper trail to these systems. Currently, we have the safes in our trucks where everybody has their own PIN code and it can track every time somebody accesses that safe. What I'm looking to do is more or less narrow down each narcotics kit we have in our truck. It just adds another layer of paper trail to those exact kits. So with this policy, each shift a paramedic would come on, instead of just going over the narcotics kit that they're assigned to for their individual ambulance. Every shift, the paramedic that's on duty, if they don't have time, then I would go in each 24 hours and fill out this form to verify each narcotics box that's in each truck. And then at the end of the month, every time a paramedic gives a narcotics, we keep the paper trail of that box being used, and then I would go in and audit this just to verify everything where it's supposed to be. So essentially just making another layer of safety for these because they are highly regulated. And we just use every check to make sure everything's where they're supposed to be. Our safes are nice. They're not super intuitive to the point where you actually input the exact kit that's in your safe. You just have your own passcode or fingerprint to get into that safe to pull whatever kit is in there. But it doesn't necessarily identify that exact lot number kit that's in there. So this would add that lot number kit that's in there. So every time they pull a kit, we know exactly what kit it was, where it was used, and what kit replaced it to a T. So adding another layer.
Do you report those to any? Do you have to report those
We
numbers?
just have to keep
It's
the
just
record.
to keep the record,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
What's my address?
The hospital has it themselves as well, so we pull our kits from the hospital, they keep them, they refill the kits. So each time a paramedic uses a kit, they go to the hospital, they have their own password at the hospital. They pull that kit and then put it on our log and put it in the ambulance. So this is just doing that, but this, as part of daily checks, is checking all narcotics kits every day, instead of just the truck that they're assigned to.
Yeah.
So, that would
I
be
promise
good.
I'm listening to you.
Oh yeah, no, you're good.
That's
She's
good.
watching the cute kid, actually.
I think it's a very good practice.
This is something they do at other services. It's,
Well, it's probably being audited is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
like you
exactly.
said.
Well, I think the more you do it on the daily, like if something were to ever go wrong, it's
Yeah.
easier than going back 2 months with, where do I start?
Trying to paper trail something,
Right.
exactly, yeah. It just adds another layer of safety for us. So if they ever audit, then I literally pull these forms, we're gonna keep them.
That's not
I'm kind of
in the-
surprised the state doesn't do it when they come to check for your, like, renew your license.
The only thing, when the state comes to check our ambulances, they look to verify we have a safe and that the safe is able to trace who has accessed it.
Okay.
So that's what our safes do. I have a program on our computers that
I
will
was
show
just gonna
me.
ask
I
you if
wonder
they're
every time
doing
somebody logs
electronic, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's all, it just doesn't, the part I don't like about it is it doesn't show me what kit is assigned in that truck. So I wanna be able to track that exact kit every time it moves, every time it goes somewhere.
And is it only paramedics getting into those safes? Okay.
Yeah. Part of this, so the paramedic is the one who accesses the safe, and then when they fill out this form, they have their partner with them to signature as well to sign as witness. Yes, that was the lot number, and
Is it because some kits just get added to and get reused? Like if you don't use everything from the kit, it goes back into?
the whole kit does, even if you only use, so
Okay, so what happens to all that stuff that gets reused at the hospital?
the hospital takes it and they'll resupply whatever we
Okay,
use.
so they don't just like,
No,
okay.
at least I don't think, I can't speak
Okay.
on their end, but I think they just
It
leave
just
what's
seems
in
like
there.
that, cause you could use just bits and pieces
Yeah,
of somebody.
which is very common, we'll use one
Right,
medication out of that
okay,
kit that
okay.
holds
It's
seven.
not like you guys are disposing of stuff, no.
No, that's on the hospital to do.
So we probably would have to, have a motion on this one too? Seeing
This
how
is
it's
just
gonna be-
in-house, isn't it? I mean,
That's
it's
what I
more
was-
like,
The practice,
So it's a policy we have in place, but revising a
I
policy we
think
have
you
in
should
place.
just, so
Yeah.
somebody can't say that you guys didn't.
Right. Lay eyes on it.
I'll make a motion to accept the Enosburgh Ambulance Service Controlled Substance Accountability and Audit Policy.
I'll second.
Okay, so any further discussion? You've heard the motion on the ambulance, Enosburgh Ambulance Service Control Substance Accountability and Audit Policy. All those in favor signify by saying aye,
Aye.
and all those opposed? So moved.
Do you approve too?
To approve, Addie. I'm not sure if that packet's gonna make it
Yeah, it's
to.
not gonna survive, that's okay. The last thing I have for you guys tonight, so this is the criteria for the state of Vermont to become a heart-safe community. We've actually checked off a good majority of this for us. This is, I know I've talked about it quite a bit, this is a goal of mine to have for the town of Enosburgh. So, the criteria to this, you have to have obviously an available ambulance entity. It's not just that, you have to have EMS providers who are capable of doing 12-lead EKGs and also licensed to perform ACLS, which is Advanced Cardiac Life Support. Being a paramedic level service, we do have that. The second component to this is primarily training, performing BLS CPR courses throughout the community on a regular basis, basically kind of doing an awareness of how CPR performance works, what the chain of survival is. This was put on by the American Heart Association, because it is an awareness thing for the public to understand, you know, when somebody's in cardiac arrest, those first 5 minutes that cardiac arrest is occurring, if there's no CPR ongoing during that first 5 minutes, the possibility of survival is very minimal, typically less than 4% survival rate. So those first few minutes of CPR is a life-saving thing. So this is awareness that we want to bring to the community. And then the other component to this is having available AEDs throughout the community, having people trained on how to use the AEDs and having dispatch know where those AEDs are accessible. Right here. So we've already participated in some of that. We purchased AEDs last year to go in public areas. And now we're just working on really the training component of things to make us become heart safe.
That's great,
Cool.
yeah.
You guys have any questions on it?
Do you ever go into schools and like, or have you ever got like a whole auditorium or whatever and talked about this?
Oh, yeah.
I see like a lot of, like, not to change the subject, but choking is like a big one. Kids,
Yeah.
you know, they don't know how to, even adults sometimes in that situation, so like this,
Right.
CPR, choking, just some quick.
Oh yeah, and actually kind of what they're teaching now with the whole choking ordeal, especially on kids. Honestly, performing CPR is one of those mechanisms that helps kind of push
Oh,
things out.
really? So it's
at
not
same
the,
time.
the
Yep.
Heimlich.
Yeah, young kids like this, you want to do the back blows. They no longer call them Heimlich maneuvers; they call them abdominal thrusts.
Oh, okay.
Person who invented the Heimlich maneuver had the patent rights to it, so they don't call it that anymore.
Oh, okay. But still, like, just
Yeah.
those, like, just basic skills for, you know, like if that happens in the cafeteria, you know, like,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Actually, I just spoke with the school nurse last week. It was, and they were asking about some of these things.
Oh, good, yeah.
I know we purchased the AED pads for them. I checked with them. They do regular checks of their AED equipment, and then they do regular trainings with their staff on use. And
Well, I was just thinking, since you said the 4 minutes, you know, it could take that long to just
Oh,
relay that
easily.
if you're
yep,
out on the field or whatever. Yeah.
absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you need a certain number of AEDs out there?
They don't put a particular number. They just say access of AEDs throughout the community. So your public locations. Examples I can think of, like Hannaford's is a common place. They do have an AED there.
Yeah.
My wife and I did it 5 years ago. We performed CPR in a Costco's parking lot and saved a guy's life. Just having the awareness to it really is the big thing.
The schools have them. I have one in my office. The library has one.
Yep. The fire department, they're a big one too.
Joey's got one, right?
Yep, Joey's got one. Hey.
I think some of the village office, maybe the village office might have one.
I believe that, yeah, we've purchased pads for them before. We're just making a mess tonight.
Yeah, because has it changed where it's like the breaths aren't as, it's more of
The breaths aren't as critical as the chest compressions, because what they find, that time period you take to pause doing chest compressions, it actually reduces basically everything you've gained in your chest compressions, you lose.
Yeah.
So it's more important to do the chest compressions than it is. I know, I'm sorry, we're almost,
She's been really good.
She has been good.
you got your shots 2 days ago and you like them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So on this right here, this is just more of information?
Information, yeah.
Okay.
Information. This is what we're working on.
Awesome, thank you.
So we've got
Cool.
the process in place. Jameson he's completed the BLS CPR instructor course. We've got the equipment coming in. He's got to do a few courses, which we're going to do amongst us, to get him certified by his instructor to say, yep, you're good to go out on your own and start doing these things in the community. And then we'll have that discussion as to what we want to do for charge and things like that.
It's so hot in here.
Little Rosie Jones.
Super.
We just took her. Well, it's probably windy, but.
So my only other question to you guys, because we're working on it, your guys' thoughts on doing a lease agreement for our equipment. So if we have courses, like Billy's hosting courses and he wants to use our mannequins or something like that, what are your guys' thoughts about doing a lease agreement for our equipment?
Would they remain here on site, or they're gonna be,
They would remain on site. It's more like if he's teaching a course and the equipment breaks.
Breaks,
Who
yeah.
holds the liability for that equipment? Him and I had this discussion, and it would be more like a percentage-based thing, 5% charge or 10% charge for the use of the equipment from the class.
A whole
I like it just to,
I don't have a
that would be
towel.
like a revenue to the training budget, so if something does break, we have something to cover the cost of that equipment breaking. These mannequins are not cheap, they're very expensive.
Oh, Billy Joe's getting
Oh,
her,
thank
yeah.
you. Sorry to do that.
Grammy's coming.
yeah,
She jumped right up on that, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
so it probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah. To do a lease
Do,
agreement.
yep, do a lease agreement.
Okay, I'll talk to Ed and see if that's something he could draft up, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so again, then you keep using it, it's gonna, something's
It's
gonna
going
happen.
to, yeah. Equipment breaks. And it could help us on our budget side of things for the training equipment, if there's more equipment we need to get. If these classes become more popular and we need to get more people involved in doing them, that gives us, hey,
Wow, we gotta finish the job.
no, pretty much. So I'll touch base with Ed, see if he can put together a lease agreement, and then I'll bring it to you guys and we'll come up with a price as to what we want to do for it. If you guys are okay with that.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I got.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Tuesday.
She did, she was very awake for this one.
Yay.
Good job, Addie. Good job, Addie.
It's like, wow.
It's like, yo, great.
She had a birthday over the weekend.
She did.
Oh, wow.
Went to the Highgate Manor.
You won? You won? Oh, yeah.
Don't
I've
forget
had a
to
few
leave.
run through
You're
these
already,
hands.
Gary?
Huh?
You're already.
I know. That went so fast, didn't it?
It goes fast.
It goes fast.
See, this one here, that was going on 9.
Oh my god.
It's like,
It does, time flies.
had that phone for a while.
I would say so. Dear. Alright.
You gotta go that way.
Yeah. Go home, get some supper.
Bye,
Can you say
Addie.
bye-bye?
Good job.
Bye, yeah.
So cute. She's so cute.
Yeah.
I
wish there was one.
I know, I wish there was a.
I don't know if she wants to do something.
Yeah, I'll set it.
Somebody open one back.
Yeah, that's okay.
Maybe it's just.
I'm gonna open the crack.
Yeah,
Ask
yeah.
me to take a nap. Can I?
Oh, man,
That or Jesse,
it's hot.
or open up that door to see if we can get something across.
I have to turn the air conditioner.
Well, my
Sorry,
car
those-
did say 55.
Mine did, mine
So,
said 59
it
when I
doesn't
was
feel
back
like
home.
it, but yeah.
59.
So, are you guys ready for?
Yes, we're,
So how many do you wanna give a rundown?
Yeah.
so, you probably should introduce it.
Yeah. So at this time right now, we've got Shauna Lovelet and Tom Denton,
Benton?
or Benton. And it's gonna be on the, commercial for the Enosburgh promotion
So the economic development
bingo.
videos.
So,
So maybe I should give an update before we have the film festival. We have, what did I actually render? 5? We have 5 core videos done now out of probably 7 or 8. By the time we're done, we'll have the rest rendered within the next few weeks. The point of the core videos is this is the material that we break out for when we do all the boring marketing stuff. So when we do targeted advertising, paid advertising, all that, which is covered in the project cost, we're building out of this material basically. So I don't know how into the reads we want to get on the actual marketing side of it, but stage 1 is production of videos, would be the simplest way to say it, which we're almost done with. Like I said, we have 5 out of the 8. And then several subsequent months is me doing all the boring marketing, advertising, commercial stuff, which I'm happy to explain in more detail, but it's not the most exciting topic.
Do you have a general, like, rundown thought on how you're gonna go about it?
Yeah. Trying to think of the simplest way to put it. Basically, once you, are people generally familiar with targeted advertising? Yes, some nods.
So you said stage 1, how many stages is it gonna approximately?
So in terms of the actual video production, that is stage 1, that's just about wrapped. But once that's wrapped, if we don't do anything with them, then they don't do anything, which is where stage 2 comes in. And so stage 2 is where the targeted advertising comes in. And it's a lot of stuff like, you know, you take out YouTube ads, there's something called search query intent, where if somebody looks up moving to Vermont and they want to see videos on, you know, where do people go in Vermont, what are the cool towns, etc., you want these to show up as an ad beforehand so that they might not even realize that they're looking at, you know, a piece of what they've just looked up when they go watch this video, but then boom, you have one of the Enosburgh ads starting to play.
You're talking flash ads, right?
That's part of it, yep.
Yep, thank you.
There we go.
Yep.
So,
So when you're, I've seen some of it, and like, so when you're doing them and labeling them, are you thinking about SEO? Like, yes, okay.
yep. Yep,
And then-
SEO will definitely factor in.
All right.
As it always does.
What's
Search,
SEO?
SEO.
search engine optimization. So kind of what he was talking
This is
about.
why I'm trying
Yeah.
to find, it gets so, they sound like space words. It doesn't sound like it means anything when you start saying it.
So he's like you're labeling them, like you have a theme for each one.
Yes.
Maybe
Yeah.
like when you go through the videos, if you could explain how this label is going to attract these people, because when they search this word will automatically
gotcha.
show up because it's part of the video or part of the descriptor on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like
So
if
easy.
someone Googles recreation in
Yeah.
Vermont, or recreation in Franklin County,
Yeah.
or something like that, that targeted video would come up in the search. You know, when you search something on Google and then you get like, right? There's Enosburgh or
At the top.
SEO is kind of like a cheat code language that if you have specific keywords, if it's organized in a specific way, you're basically moving to the top of search results.
Okay.
Okay? Also, I'm happy to take any questions. That might be the easiest way to explain things. But once you get into marketing terms, as evidenced by SEO, if you're not familiar with it, it just sounds like gibberish. Not in any way, you know, it has nothing to do with you being able to conceptually follow it. It just sounds insane. So if you have any specific questions about any aspect of the process, then.
I don't know if it pertains to that, but, so you said you have 5 of your 8.
5 of the 8 core videos, yeah.
Okay, so when you set this all up, will you use all 8 of those in one promotion, or maybe not?
In one promotion, as in like one approach to promoting
Well,
things,
let's say
or will it be one big video?
one big video to a media like YouTube?
It's kind of the opposite, actually. They're going to break into smaller videos.
Yes. Okay.
And the thing is, once we start to actually do the data mining aspect, which is where you're collecting demographic data, how long are people watching the video, where are they coming from, what industry, what else do they search for, then you can actually customize the edits to attract more people in a specific field. So if you're trying to get, you know, people from an urban area who want to work remotely, then you would emphasize that more and you would do a recut, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Thanks.
Other questions?
What browsers are you gonna use? Search engines. Everything on the internet is just like smorgasbord. So you're just gonna throw it out there for all the search engines everywhere?
No, well, you don't throw it to the search engines.
I'm just,
You would advertise with basically where everyone is Facebook, YouTube, those specific spaces, so that they don't need to search. Because even though are you connecting the dots with the search
Yeah.
engine optimization? Yeah, exactly.
so if I wanted to search Enosburgh Falls canoeing,
Yeah,
specifically,
yeah,
I can find that.
It's
Yeah.
likely, yeah.
yes, yeah.
Or trail bikes or
Recreation, outdoors.
something very specific could
outdoors,
be
yeah.
found here.
Specific or general would be the
Oh,
idea,
okay.
yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else? All right. I will
Do you
let
have the
this-
lights?
Yeah.
I should have brought the popcorn.
Start with, yeah, we'll start with steak. should know before we watch any more, the title cards, specifically at the end, are temporary. These are drafts, so very similar to the finished project, but the color's not finalized, the titles aren't finalized. It's not going to just end with the word Enosburgh. It will specifically direct people to, you know, a website.
Oh, get
Yeah, just want to be clear about that.
This is just our preview.
This is a sneak peek. The recreation. Get funky.
How could you not want to come here?
I know, it's creating such a wonderful, yeah, great feel.
I love trying to pick out all the different spots.
I love this. This is so cool to have.
And one more. Yes. Mysteriously no H on that one.
We picked that up.
So the next edit should be done in a week or two. I'm trying to build an end card based off of the Lions Club signage with the cow. And I have an animator actually who's on board to do a riff on that and have the eyes move and all that, but I've been waiting for her to be available.
Yeah.
But the next one's gonna be just a general Enosburgh where you're really focusing on aspects like we have our own power, right? We have our own utility. We have emergency responders right in the village, right? Aspects like that while tying together all the other elements that we've kind of seen in the previous videos.
I only saw one thing when you mentioned the responders. Have you been to the library yet?
Has
We
it changed in the
have
past 10 years?
Yeah,
Okay, then no.
we have Brenda Stanley, our librarian, is one go-getter, and she has program after program. That library is amazing.
It's a great
Does-
suggestion.
Does she have programming now? Is she doing
Yeah, she has
story hours and?
constantly, she has programming for adults, programming for children, programming for teens.
Good attendance?
Yes, I
People show
believe
up?
very good attendance. I think if you asked her how many people came through the library in a year's time, you probably would have a jaw drop.
So April 4th, she will have a huge crowd for story hour after the Easter egg hunt.
Okay. Well, one of my next focuses is schools, families, kids, so that would be perfect.
Yeah,
Great, I'll get in
Yeah.
touch with her.
I know that, in fact, they said they had like 80 kids there or something crazy like that. I was like, where?
It's still a small library, that part hasn't changed,
Wow.
but it's just, yeah.
80 kids, it's sounding less appealing.
You don't have to stay
I
long.
mean, the Easter bunny's there. I have a costume.
Oh, it'd be its own video.
I was looking for you.
Oh. No.
Just kidding.
All right, we'll talk later. Any other questions?
Yeah,
Or?
do you have a shot of our new town village signs anywhere?
Yeah, I'm sure I do. Yeah. Oh my, we have so much footage.
A little partial.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
yeah. No, we have a few actually. Caught them in different seasons, I believe.
Thoughts?
Oh,
I
one
think
other
they look
thing.
great.
Is there audio with any of the video?
Audio with
Like
video?
people talking?
People talking?
Oh,
Just
there hasn't been. I have an idea about that, but there hasn't been yet. So are you suggesting someone?
No. No, I just wondered if, you know, the scenes, like the scenes of the river, you know, the videos on the river, you know, where, what you're looking at, you know, where you are looking,
Kind of like
where you're seeing.
if you did something like a town forest and Sarah was saying, this is a town forest and it this many acres or something, just a little short snippet
Okay.
of a description of that.
Yeah. I mean, those would be relatively simple. We could do breakouts for different areas. We'd have to find the right voice for it.
Right here on this river.
Yeah.
Otherwise you don't know
Otherwise, you're just on water.
what river you're on.
Yeah. Which one of those rivers runs through Enosburgh?
Yeah, I mean, the initial point.
Those New York people don't know.
The initial point would be, hey, New York people, look at all the stuff you can do outside. Doesn't this beat walking the streets? Right? But then if they're more interested, that might be when you have someone come in and say, like, you know, here's Cold Hollow, you know. here's,
Visit
you know.
visit this site to get more information or something maybe.
Oh, yeah, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll all, my intent right now is to, I know for a fact the Enosburgh domain is up for sale. To house the videos centrally there, the core videos, and then drive through the primary advertising back to that, so when people are curious, that might be when it's like, you know, let's talk about, you know, the Brownway Trails or, you know,
Yeah.
the diesel plant or something like that.
For instance, I was kind of in favor of, you know, I totally understand this is an Enosburgh thing, and it's all about Enosburgh. But if someone's gonna come here to live, more so with a family maybe, but maybe not, but they'd be interested in other things in the area. Like I noticed you had some skiing. scenes.
Yes, and
Which is kind of why you threw that in
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
You know, if you do audio, you know, and you get to places like that, you could say maybe this is, you know, a scene of, you know, a trail on JP or what the trail is or
Sure.
or smugglers or whatever.
But we still haven't worked in even Lake Carmine.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about it, I think it's easy to grow up and take it for granted, but
Yeah.
there's so much
There
in
is.
the area.
Like in Poland.
It's, yeah.
So if you do the domain, right, you can track who clicks through
Yep.
and goes to the domain, and then he can see, once they're there, what are they looking at, and then feed them more. Like, that you can create more that's more specific so we get more traction.
when you can generally see where they clicked from, where were they, how did they get here, what's working, what's not working.
Yeah.
You know, you get, all this information is out there, which for us personally is horrifying, but when you're trying to do a project like this, it's great. Additional thoughts or questions?
I think it looks really great. This is out of my element, but I'm gonna ask it anyway because I
Okay.
know you talked about like the search engines and Facebook and all of that, but what about like local television, like what TV channels? Like I see sometimes ads pop up, you know, like commercials. Is that like totally out of the realm of?
No, actually, depending on which,
I see them all the time, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Or you know, even for car dealership, whatever.
it's very possible, and it might be part of this plan. It kind of depends on where the early, what the early data is saying. But along the same lines, local newspapers was one, or state newspapers.
Yeah, I
You know,
just think as many different avenues as
Yeah.
you can reach.
Well, that's, those
Okay.
sort of collaborations and overlap are a huge deal now. They're really important as a springboard to get things moving.
Yeah.
And so if you go to BT Digger or something like that and you say like, look at what they're doing here. Like, look at how they're advertising, like,
all of,
you know.
all of the popular of like,
Yeah,
yeah.
because not many communities are doing this yet. Dorset's the only one I know that has a similar project.
Okay.
You're cutting edge.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
are
Yeah, that's the point.
community.
I
That's,
can
you
kind
know,
of see it, you know, as I'm watching my.
that's the
I'm not
story, and
Shows.
yeah.
I have a suggestion too, Sean. Maybe if you'd be willing, you could present at one of our business meetings to teach all of us who have businesses how to cross market. Like, so take your videos, how to best use them, how to use them on their own Facebook pages, Instagram pages, if they have a Pinterest landing page, to teach the business owners how to best utilize them so that we get more bang for our buck. What do you think? Is that
Oh, this is a question for me?
both of you?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm up for whatever works.
I'll go wherever I'm told, so.
Do you
How
think
about
it
where
would
you're
work?
at?
I guess is my question.
Would it be worthwhile? or-
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the more you know, especially if you're a small business, all these tools are pretty accessible now.
Yeah.
But they're, you know, it takes a while to wrap your head around them, so I'd be happy to try.
We'd be happy to have you.
We'll put up with you.
Wow, there. Now it sounds more like home.
What do you think,
Anything else?
Pierre? You're quiet over there.
I'm just taking it all in.
Easy audience.
All right, so thank you for coming. Anything
Yeah,
else,
thank
or?
you.
Yeah, if anyone does think of anything after the fact, you can always drop me an email or call me or.
So we'll just keep
I like the music too.
the
I
updates
really
coming
like
and
I'm glad to hear that because I have
It's
to
like
license
finding
it and it's
myself to
expensive,
tapping the
so.
foot.
I wanna know how much
It's
the cow
soothing, but
charges.
it makes you wanna keep looking.
Good,
Yeah.
good, that's, be my slogan.
yeah, I mean, I know obviously like looking at the things, but like, you know, the kid running down the street, I mean, that was the flannel run, right? The
Mhm.
rec department did. And then
Yeah.
the fall scene with the kid, you know, this is local. I'm like, that's the flannel run and that's Harvest Fest and that, you know, so it's for us that can kind of recognize that, right? And how other people now will see that and
Becomes attractive.
Yeah. I like David's idea too about the voice, maybe taking those words, like just trying to take them out and just have the voice say those like same exact things.
Well, you
Just to
almost
see.
wonder if you know, toward David's point, if you could have these little breakout, even just a guide to historic buildings downtown, you know, but just have it be like a minute and just someone in the know who should be speaking about this speaking. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Good
great
idea.
idea. I think that'd be great.
So Tom, I think you have a very nice voice.
I think your voice would be nice on there. I've been sitting here thinking exactly the same thing. The voice is sitting right in the room. The voice is good.
You might
I
have to
was
have
thinking
like
of Jim Cameron.
I was thinking of David.
He's got
That's what I was
I was thinking you, David.
Just a
Would
few.
you do it?
No.
No? You have a great voice too.
You do it, you do
Yeah.
it.
You could do like a voice tryout or something.
There you go.
We have to do like a town forest meditation video. Falling asleep just hearing it.
I mean, I actually have never been in the town forest, and I was like, oh, I should go hiking. And when I saw that,
Oh, it's
I mean, I've
beautiful
never,
up there.
I've never set foot in there.
Oh,
No, for me, I haven't been in a canoe for a long time, and I'll never get in a canoe again.
But we can watch it.
I really like that.
Yeah,
You do, make sure the
Don't
Tom's there with
put
us.
out that video.
cool, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thank you.
Totally
Coming.
off the record and unsolicited. If anybody in this room has not had Gibson coffee, you do not know what you are missing. It is the smoothest coffee I have ever had.
We didn't talk about this beforehand, I
No,
promise.
we did not. I was in the store today selling it to some out-of-state people.
And that coffee in the store is really good.
That's-
I mean, that's a great thing.
Thank
That's a
you.
great thing.
We are having so much fun. Well, you could see Rick's hands there. He was working.
Thank you, Tom.
Yes, thank you.
But in addition to that, we deliver locally, so that's been a really good thing too, for free. Thanks.
Have a good night.
Thank you all for coming, thank you. Exciting not to have to look for just ourselves all the time.
You like company?
Yeah, sometimes, you got that right.
That was a nice shot at the dirt.
Huh?
That was nice.
So 1 year I didn't drive it either.
Maybe we could do a retake. See you later. Thank you.
So I think Katie
Bye,
might
Dave.
do it. Thanks, Dave. Oh, where's the coffee? At Ace?
Yeah, they make it up at the truck wash. They converted the truck wash into a coffee
Oh,
roasting facility, and then you bring it. You go to Ace and you can buy coffee. I think you can buy K-cups and bags, maybe. I'm not sure.
so it's
I'm
not a
sure about
wash
the
plant
can.
anymore.
No,
I knew they'd shut that part down, but I'm like, I didn't know if they were gonna try to sell it, but. So just
what you looking for?
Here, I can get those two chairs over here.
Oh, no, you're fine. Yeah, they're fine. Take it. Yeah.
Oh,
We'll have Pierre do
Because my
it.
wife grabbed my coat, she does things like that, man. Lose my mind.
No.
Jesse, Joey coming?
Yes.
Okay.
We're going into executive.
Let's go into executive.
Thank you.
Okay.
So
We-
much.
Have we got a motion?
My ears are.
oh, what are we going in for?
Contract negotiation.
Oh, okay.
There's
Um,
sec-
Oh, did you mention that, Larry, or is that you were just asking?
I didn't make a motion though.
Oh, make a
But-
motion to go into executive for contract negotiations.
I'll second.
So it's been moved and seconded that we go into executive session for contract negotiations. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Looks like we're in executive session at
You're gonna have cookies.
7:30.
30.
7:30.